So, hello everyone. My name is Christian Butke. I'm head of R&D of the WENZEL Group, and it's my pleasure to be here and present to you our new shop floor solutions. In particular, since as head of R&D, we have worked now for quite a while for this project, and so it's really great to be here and actually talk about that. Yeah, shop floor solutions have been quite something that has been around for a while now, and it's a long-lasting trend that we're coming from the measurement rooms and moving to the shop floor environment with our measurement solutions. And that's why I first brought a little question right up front for you. So my question is actually, what part of your quality assurance in the future will be integrated into the production? So is it nothing? Are you planning to stay in the rooms, or are you going to have a part moved into the shop floor environment, or are you going to have all of your quality assurance in the production environment? So this is my question: what part of the quality assurance in the future will be integrated into the production environment? So yeah, just quickly push the button, and then we have the results right away. And then we will, of course, present in this webinar what kind of solutions WENZEL has to offer you when you move into the shop floor environment, which kind of machines we are offering. And also, it's not only about the machines, it's also about service products and different things. And this is everything I want to show you, as well as the solutions we have concerning the whole package. So yeah, let's see. Please answer what part of your quality assurance in the future will be integrated into the production environment. Okay. So the outline of my talk is very simple. At first, we will quickly present the company of WENZEL, but it's only one slide to just give you a brief heads up for the guys who don't know us. And then we will right away move into the thing that the questions we have in the shop floor environment. Okay, let's start. So thank you very much. Let's start with WENZEL. We've been around now for 50 years. We have a turnover of approximately 90 million euros. We have 650 employees worldwide now in 17 locations. So that basically means everywhere on the world you can have a WENZEL guy right away for you, and a lot of also sales and service partners, way over 50 in 5 product lines, so CT, shop floor, LH machines, and so on, a lot, and over 10,000 sold machines in the market. And something that's particularly interesting for me is, of course, our R&D intensity is around 11%, even a bit beyond that. So that's really great. And you can see that we're always working to get the better solution, the best solution for you into the market. And one thing that WENZEL is particularly proud of is the reliability. We are standing for 100% reliability, which is very important for you in the shop floor environment. So that was our social media post. It's going to be big. Let's see about that. But first, before we start with the machine itself, I think I quickly want to raise the task of what is changing. If you come from the quality rooms, measurement rooms with a very specific environment into the production area. And I think there are 3 key things that change now. First, people. Second, space. And the third is reliability. Okay, what do I mean by that? People, of course, if you are in the measurement room, then you have trained application engineers and so on. And now we have a worker who actually has to produce the part, and he should use a measurement machine now. So it has to be easy to use. And the good thing is, if the worker from the machine can right away put it into the measurement machine, then he has an extremely fast feedback. I mean, you don't have to take the part and then drive it to some quality room, and then at, I don't know, half a day later you get your feedback, but you have it right away. He puts it on it, he gets good or bad, and he can act or feedback that information right into his production process. So that's good. It's close by. And close by, on the other hand, means material flow. That means it's exactly what I said. Yeah, you don't have to put the material somewhere else and then get it back. You can take it out of the machine, put it on the measurement machine, and then right away get it into assembly or what. But on the other hand, this means small footprint. So production space is always expensive, and that means we need quality assurance machines or CMMs that have a small footprint in order to get it right next to the production line. And we have to be really fast. I mean, the scale we're talking about now is we have to have the same number of parts per hour as the production machine. And that's particularly challenging. And this is something I want to address here too. And of course, reliability. You have uptime and so on. Of course, the machine has to be much tougher. We're not in such a controlled environment as in the measurement room, but we're here in a production environment. So this has changed. There's more temperature. There's perhaps oil, or I don't know, something. It's your production, you know it. So our machines have to get tougher. And one thing that's also very important is, I think, future ready, because you don't want to change it all the time, right? You want to buy a machine and then, okay, you probably in 5 years buy a new sensor, or tomorrow, I don't know. Yeah, but this means that our machine has to be designed in such a way that you're ready for the future here. And of course, reliability also means that the service has to be really responsive. So if you have a problem, the guy has to come right away. He has to know how to fix the problem really quickly, so that that the production line doesn't stop at that point. So that's the challenges, in my opinion: people, space, and reliability. And here I have a second question for you. So the question for you is, to what extent are you planning to integrate the quality assurance in your shop floor? So from my experience, there are like 4 options. So you can have it still in the measurement room, yeah, you leave it there, or you go to the next step where you have the measurement room much closer to the production line, so it's close to the line, or you even have the worker self-check, meaning that the worker just takes it out of the machine, puts it onto the measurement machine, and measures the part, or even the full automatization, so that you have a robot instead, so you don't have any workers in the production line at all. So just quickly answer me that: in the future, to what extent are you planning to integrate quality assurance into your shop floor environment? So we have finished that question. We will move on to the machines that we offer, and then we come to the solution finder. These are our next steps. So quickly answer the question, please. To what extent? Okay, here we are again. So thank you very much for giving the answers. And yeah, of course, now it's time to present the machines, of course. So it's not only one machine, of course. So you have a lot of tasks, and what Wenzel can offer to you is a portfolio. So we have exactly the machine for your tasks, specifically tailored. And that's the good thing. If you look at that portfolio, we have the SF55 with a 500 by 500 by 500 measurement volume, SF87 800 by 700, the core, which is much more specialized. It has a rotary table, and our new machine, as well as the R machines. So our machines for really big parts, I think the biggest one we built is something like 60 meters long. So you can have it really for big parts. But today I want to concentrate on the SF series, meaning the SF55, 87, and the new 1210. So, okay, let's start with that. SF55. It's a very small, compact machine, meaning if you want to have like a very small footprint of a machine, then you should pick that one. If the part fits this machine, then you're fine. And it's really fast. So, of course, the problem with these webinars is I'm just standing here in front of this background. I can't show you the machine, which is typically what I would do at a fair. And this is why we did the effort and made videos for all the machines. And this is what I want to present to you now, the video of the SF55, so that you can actually see how it moves, how it works, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so here's the video. Starting up.
The Wenzel shop floor series can be used in the production environment as well as in classical quality assurance to measure parts both individually and in series. The intelligent and compact design is suitable for a wide range of shop floor applications, especially in the cutting and forming industry. The corrosion-free guides of the machine are made of granite, and hand-lapped with high precision. The shop floor CMM has passive vibration damping and can optionally be equipped with active vibration isolation. The high accuracy of the SF55 is temperature stable over a wide range. All horizontal axes are covered. The footprint is only 1.6 square meters. It has a height-adjustable user panel for ergonomic use, and with the quick selection board in the software, it is very easy to operate by production workers. With these features, the WENZEL SF55 is perfectly prepared for shop floor area conditions. The WENZEL SF55 can be equipped with both tactile and optical sensors. For use in serial measurements, the machine can run in superfast mode. After measuring one part in standard speed, the following parts can be measured in superfast mode with nearly the same repeatability and be compared with the results of the first measurement. WENZEL Shop Floor Solutions. Robust, fast, ready for automation.
So yeah, that was, let's start the presentation again. So that was our SF55. As you can see, it's a really compact machine. Yeah, we're talking about 1.6 square meters. That's not a lot. You saw it in the video, the size is really small. So if you have a space problem and the part fits this machine, then this is your machine. Just take it, it's very compact, put it right next to the fabrication machine, and then you're fine. And I really have to point out, it's extremely reliable, these kinds of machines. We have it for some big customers. I think he has something like 20 machines there in a really rough environment, and it's been working for like 10 years or something, and there's nothing really happening with the machine. So it's really a very reliable, stable machine which we have been working with for years, and you can be absolutely certain that it's working. And it's temperature stable, and as you can see, you have a lot of options. Yeah, you can put tactile probes with it, so like the TP20, TP200, and so on. Or if you want to be a bit faster and you're not really into the precision, then we're talking perhaps about the PH20. Yeah, you can be really fast with that. The advantage here is that actually the head movement replaces the machine movement. So. Or if you want to go really accurate, you can use the SB25. And there was one idea from that video which I want to present to you in a bit more detail, and that's, you still want to go faster? I mean, it's a fast machine, but you can still want to go faster. And there was this idea of the super fast mode, which we put here into the machine. And it's basically the idea that you take 10 pieces, 10 parts that come out of your machine, and you measure one of those pieces very accurate. So just the way you've done it all the time. And for the other 9 parts, you put the machine into the super fast mode. And the key thing is here, it's still reproducible. So you get always the same results if you measure 10 times again. And that just means you compare these reproducible results with the accurate result you had first. And then you always take like 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100. To what extent you want part out of that, measured really deeply and accurate. And for the other ones, you can be fast. And that means you have the same machine. It's the same shop floor space we're talking about, yeah, but you get much more work pieces through this one particular machine. So I think the super fast mode is really something you should consider into your process if you buy such a kind of machine and you're in a hurry. And just to put one more idea here into your head, this can also be done with the equator. So the equator is also a very reproducible machine, and then you sometimes have to double check it with an accurate machine, SF55, or you have just one solution with the SF55. So if you're in a hurry and you really have to get in line here, then this might be your option. Okay, let's move on to the next machine. It's the SF87. We're getting bigger now. As you can see, we started with the smallest machine. And as we're getting bigger, the machines also become much more versatile. And here we are at the point where you have a machine which is much more versatile than the SF55, but on the other hand, it's still compact. And of course, we also prepared a video for you so you can see it in action. So here it comes.
This is the new WENZEL Shopfloor SF87. The coordinate measuring machine was developed for the production environment for measurement of small to medium-sized workpieces. A strategic choice of materials was made during product development. The accessibility to the measuring area from 3 sides is optimal for automated access by robots and can be adapted flexibly for more complex tasks with customer-specific requirements. The SF87 is easy to transport and only a standard electrical socket and no compressed air is required to connect the machine. It is therefore always available for flexible use in the production environment. The intelligent machine concept has been designed for optimum ergonomics and user-friendliness. With the modular combination options of powerful probe heads and optical sensors, the machine can be adapted to its respective tasks, which leads to considerable increases in efficiency in the measuring and testing area.
So that was our SF87. And what's unique about this kind of machine is look at the axis and the volume of this machine. Yeah, it's an intermediate size, and you have the cantilever design, which basically means you can access it very easily from 3 sides. Yeah, you can put a robot there, or even if you're just a person, and we put it at the right tabletop height and so on. So it's very good to access and to work with. We still have an extremely small footprint of just 2.3 square meters. All mechanical guideways, really tough. It's all made from steel so that you have like one material all the way up, and it's ready for automation. And if you look at it, you can see that the controller is also integrated into the machine. You actually can't see it right now because it's behind the machine in a backpack. Yeah? So all these things together make it, in my opinion, a very unique machine where you have this combination of tough, big volume. It's 3 times the volume of the SF55 compared with a small footprint. And that's the bonus, it's much more versatile. Yeah? You can still put the TP20, TP200 or the PH20 on the machine, but now as the volume grows bigger, you can also put optical probes on the machine, and you have always the standoff distance, so you have to move around the part a bit more. And here you can already use that very, very well on the machine. And if you want to go really fast, then you put the Revo there. And this combination of the bigger measurement volume and the Revo here can offer you a very flexible machine, which is extremely fast for the application if you want that. So it's much more flexible and still compact. And now let's go to the new one. So we proudly present the SF1210. And here we have a machine which is even more versatile, and we get to a volume that is way bigger than that of the SF87 or 55. And of course, we want to show you how it's looking and how it's moving. And here comes the video.
The WENZEL Shop Floor series can be used in the production environment as well as for classical quality assurance to measure parts of various sizes both individually and in series. The new SF1210 is WENZEL's answer to the trend of bringing metrology closer to production lines. A measuring volume of 1200 by 1500 by 1000 millimeters is unique on the market for this machine type and enables the measurement of even large parts and assemblies. The Y-axis can be individually adapted. Covered guiding systems the same height as the base plate enable machine loading from 4 sides, by hand as well as by a robot or an automated loading system. The SF1210 is multi-sensor compatible with a wide range of probing equipment. This flexibility increases efficiency in measuring and testing processes. The SF1210 with extended temperature range, small footprint, and double drive in the Y-axis is highly suitable in the manufacturing of castings, chassis parts, subframes, engines, and a lot more. WENZEL Shop Floor Solutions. Robust, fast, ready for automation.
So that was the video of our SF1210. As you saw it moving, you can put really big parts on this kind of machine. And so you can also load it from all sides. So let's look at the advantages. So first of all, what we really took care of, because sometimes it's always the small details that make life much simpler, is that you have the excellent four-sided access. So if you look at the bellows on the right and left guide of this machine, and you can see that it's on one level with the base plate. So that means that loading of this machine is extremely simple, and it means that you don't have to like build your fabrication around this machine, but you can just put it any way you like into your shop floor, and it's always simple to load this kind of machine. So one of the, I think, simple and clever things we put into this machine. On the other hand, it's robust. We're talking about an all mechanical guideway here. So this is the difference also to the LH series. We have mechanical guideways here and in all axes, yeah, as you saw. And we made rod drives into the machines. These are very well-known drive systems which are extremely reliable. They don't break ever hardly. And this together with a dual drive system in the Y-axis makes this machine extremely robust for the shop floor application. Yeah, then you have the large volume, of course. It's a 1210, so it's 1 meter and 1,200 millimeters, 1.2 meters in one side, 1 meter in the Z-axis, and 1.5 meters in the other one. And we always build these kind of machines automation ready, of course. Yeah. So if we look at what kind of probes can work on this machine, basically everything. Yeah. You can even take the larger optical probes on this machine. And as you saw with the Revo, it can be really fast. There was this helical scan where basically the machine just drew away and you had this very quick, rapid head movement. Yeah? This is something that would take much longer if you took the SP25 or even the TP200. So you really should look into, if you want to go speed, then you always have to look into the Revo option here. So these are the three machines I wanted to present to you, and now we're coming to the solution finder. So what's the right one for you? And well, this is basically a two-step process, and it's very simple. The first one is size. So of course, your part size is most important. The part has to fit on the machine. But there's one thought I would like to place into your head here is, why not put multiple parts on the machine? We had several customers who actually put one part on the left side of the machine, and while the machine was measuring this part, they had time to load the other side of the machine. And so they had like zero stopping time of the machine, zero loading time. Yeah, so you can very efficiently use this machine. So if that's possible for you, or you can even put like a pallet with 20 parts on the machine, and then you have a left-sided and right-sided loading. So it's always, you should always consider, perhaps it might be a good idea to like measure several parts on the machine and take it one size bigger. Yeah. And the second step is the configuration. And yeah, what's the most important thing here? Of course, we had part, now we have application. Yeah, what's your features? Which ones are your tolerances? What about the speed? And this, yeah, has very big impact on the configuration you want to put your machine here. Okay, so these two steps, two slides for those two steps. One slide is in the solution finder, is the size, and I mean, I gave you the numbers. The SF55 is 500 by 500 by 500 millimeters. And if you want to go to the 87, here you can really, in these cubes, I think you can see it very clearly. It's 3 times the volume, yeah? 800 by 700 by 700. And if you go to the 1210, 1200 by 1000 by 1500, then you have, I calculated this morning, 4.6 times the volume. So it's always an increase of 3 and then almost 5, yeah? So that's quite a lot. But what's more important for you is, I mean, for your footprint, you need the optimal size. And this is what we want to offer you. We have 3 machines. So if you look at the footprint and at your workpiece, okay, if you have like a larger workpiece, okay, then you take a bigger machine, but it doesn't have to be really too big because we have it like in every step for you. Or you put more parts on a larger machine, or you take the very small compact machine. I mean, of course, if you have a small compact part and you want to measure that and you don't have much space, then you take the small machine. That's absolutely clear. For us, important is we have the optimal size for you. And all the machines are very versatile with the probes you can equip to those machines. And this is, I think, something we should also look into in step 2. So as solution finder, of course, what's always important is, if we look at the parts we're having here, is accuracy and the speed. And if we put now all those probes we had into this diagram, so the speediest one is the optics. Yeah? If you have a mold or something where you have to measure a whole area, then optics is your choice. It's really fast, and you have a point density that's almost unreachable by any tactile means of measurement. Yeah, so that might be your friend. Or if you say, okay, I still want to be speedy, accuracy is not my thing, it's fully sufficient, then I take the PH20. Yeah? Here you have the head movement and so on. Or if you want to go, you say, okay, speed is not my problem, but I want to be more accurate, then look at the touch trigger probes, TP200, TP20, or the scanning probes, SP25, which are way more accurate. And if you say, hey, I want to have it all and I want to really have it fast and accurate, then you look at the Revo. Yeah? So as you can see, for every size of workpiece and for every application, we have the machine, and it's so flexible that you can actually put exactly the kind of head that fits your application onto this machine. So solution finding is actually quite simple. And with that thought, let's look at something different. Because I mean, we don't only sell our machines, but we also have to produce them. And so we have an experience, and there I have a question for you. So in our opinion, it's also important to have sometimes plannable costs. So here's my question. How important are plannable service costs for you? Is that very important? Is that something that is relevant? So if you buy a machine, yeah, how important are plannable service costs for you? Very important. Is it relevant, or do you say, okay, Wenzel, I mean, they've been around for 50 years, they know what they're doing, so I guess that's okay. So how important are plannable service costs for you? Because as I was saying, I mean, we're also producing our measurement machines, of course, and this is why we also have some experience as how producers are thinking. And I mean, when I talked to our production guy, he told me, oh yeah, we have like these contracts and so on, and we know exactly what our machines are costing. And if we are moving now our machines from the quality assurance for measurement rooms into the production, this might be interesting for you. So that's why we placed the question here: how for your buy decision, how important are plannable costs? Okay, I see. Thank you for voting here. And for all those who said, oh, that's very important for me, I think I have a solution for you, and that's the powerful service of Wenzel. So what's the idea behind that? It's exactly that. You want to have plannable costs. You want to have some uptime of 95% or even beyond that. And for that, you need a very, very reliable service, and you have to know what kind of costs you have to expect when you buy this kind of machines. And this is why our service guys came up with this powerful service plan. Here you have guarantees, you have a fast and guaranteed response. And I like this very much because for me, it's not only a machine you buy, but you're buying a whole package, right? I mean, you're buying the machine, you're buying the service if you buy from Wenzel, and you're also buying the software that's for that. And if we look at all this combined, then I think this is one of the pieces that have to fit into this jigsaw here. Okay, so let's wrap things up. I set out the task in the very beginning. This is people, space, and reliability. And I'm sure I convinced you there that we actually have the solution there for you. Space, we have the small footprint. For all the machines, we put it extremely small, yeah. So we always had like the controller units are in the machine and so on. So you have the smallest possible footprint for that measurement volume. People, it's easy to use. Yeah, you have the loading, you have the quick launch panel of our Quartus software. So, and you have the 3-sided access, the 4-sided access, even for the SF1210. Yeah, we have reliable technology. We have machines that have been in the market for years, and you can be absolutely certain that they work. And we put technology in our new machines where we had like the rod drives or the mechanical guides, where we know from that these are very reliable and don't break down. So reliable technology, very important. And for the small footprint and space, we also have one for every application. So you can buy the machine that fits your size, your application, with a probe system that fits your application. That's a good thing if you have a portfolio. And of course, I said future ready. We have Internet of Things. We see that people are starting to automate their solutions and so on. So we always, when we designed the machines, kept in mind that we have a solution that can be automated and can connect to other solutions. So people, space, and reliability, I think you have the answer for all those tasks here from the Wenzel portfolio in this shop floor series. And with that, I really want to thank you for the attention. Please go to the booths. There's a little chat window down there, and we and our sales guys and the product managers are behind this little chat bubble and answer your questions. So please go there, and if you still have some questions or you want to know more about those solutions, please come to us, visit us, and we're happy to answer your questions. So thank you very much.